You can't be this tone deaf. You just can't be this tone deaf. What's going on, everybody? It's your observant lineman, the Las Vegas Raiders. I mean, look, let's be honest, guys. The Las Vegas Raiders are not a franchise that is known for making the wisest decisions when it comes to both their public image and their play on the field. But let's be real for 1 second. These Las Vegas Raiders, no, I won't say these Las Vegas Raiders, I will say the owner of these Las Vegas Raiders decided to take it upon himself to tweet out after the Derek Chauvin, George Floyd murder trial. He decided he wanted to tweet out a little something that I think many people, once you see it, you're going to be kind of shocked. So here we have the tweet from the Oakland Raiders moments after Derek Chauvin was convicted of murdering George Floyd. Now, without getting into all the politics of that mess, let's look at this. Now, everyone who knows about this situation knows that there has been a certain phrase that has been associated with the entire movement behind the George Floyd incident. And that phrase was, "I can't breathe." I think that's safe to say that we can all agree that that was a major phrase that was used as part of the movement for action regarding his death. Now, it would be one thing for me if this was just the owner of the Las Vegas Raiders. I have a hard time saying Las Vegas because the team ain't Las Vegas. They're not the Las Vegas fucking Raiders. They're the Oakland Raiders playing in Las Vegas. Anyways, this was the tweet that came out from our dear friend, the owner of the Las Vegas Raiders. And look, see, you got me knocking all my shit all over the place. Anyways, this guy, and I don't even, let me just kind of go through this. I won't lie, the very first moment I saw this, I thought that it was something to do with 420 in regards to marijuana. But no, that doesn't seem to be the case because this is a pinned tweet. This is a pinned tweet. This is something that has been permanently placed on the front profile page for the Las Vegas Raiders. This is an NFL team. Now, to be fair, when asked about this situation, it was the owner of the team who took full responsibility for posting this. Now, the crazy thing about this to me is the fact that Mark Davis, the owner of the freaking Raiders, is the one who put the tweet out there himself. And in this Fox Sports article, they catch up with him in regards to it. It says, Raiders Mark Davis defends "I can breathe" tweet after Derek Chauvin found guilty in George Floyd's death. Davis said the wording came from Floyd's brother, Philonise, who said, "Today we are all able to breathe again." There's a certain level of respect that you have to have for certain situations. And while maybe his intent was to put out into the world and express to the world that I can breathe, meaning we can now breathe a sigh of relief. We can now breathe moving forward into the post George Floyd murder trial situation. You gotta be able to read the room, my friend. You gotta be able to read the room. You're a billionaire. You should be able to read the room a little bit. You don't want to put this out there. I mean, look, if this trial wasn't going on and you put that out there, I would have thought you were talking about weed. I'd have been fine with that, especially since you pinned it on the front of your Twitter profile page. But with everything that was as serious as it was today during this trial, to tweet this out, it can be misconstrued almost instantly. And it will, because it's Twitter. You know that. Somebody should have proofread this and say, hey, just add a T to that, so that people can understand that you're showing solidarity at the very least. But in the article here, it says Las Vegas Raiders owner Mark Davis defended his team's social media post after facing backlash for using what appeared to be a poor choice of words. The Raiders tweeted out, "I can breathe," after ex-Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin was found guilty on all 3 charges in the May 2020 death of George Floyd. According to The Athletic, Davis said that the wording came from Floyd's brother, Philonise, apologize if I'm saying that wrong, who said, "Today we are able to breathe again. If I offended the family, then I am deeply, deeply disappointed." Davis told The Athletic. That's a weird way to apologize, maybe? I don't know. Not quite sure. Davis also said that the post won't be deleted. Look, there's going to be a very strong backlash to this tweet because it's tone deaf. And I get where, the Raiders owner comes in with this and sees it as he's kind of trying to show solidarity. I can see that upon further examination. But the problem still remains that this is just ill-timed and a poor choice of words, because there are people who have used that exact phrase to marginalize the situation with George Floyd himself. Now, again, I'm not going to get into a bunch of the details as it regards to that, but this is pretty crazy to look at just simply because, in the league as players, we're taught about, dealing with social media. We were taught about that when I was in the league. And, I was in the league more at the beginnings of Twitter and into, a few years into it. But we're always told that if you got to think twice, then just don't hit the send button. And I'm willing to bet right here that there had to have been a moment in the owner of, in Mark Davis's head, the owner of the Las Vegas Raiders, there had to have been a moment where he had to have thought, is this going to get taken the wrong way? He should have just not tweeted it, or wait until the next day to tweet it and put an explanation with it as to why you're tweeting that. There are ways to get this across in a manner where it doesn't get ratioed like it has here. 24,000 likes, 59,000 retweets and quote tweets, 24,000 reactions. This is, it's just unbelievably tone deaf. And I feel like at the end of the day, if you want to put yourself in a situation where you want to join into a national discussion like that, then you got to be careful in how you jump into that, because again, this is going to be taken and it's going to be ripped apart, and justly so. You shouldn't have put out something like this immediately after that trial ended. You should have put out a statement like everybody else, the regular old statement that the NFL put out, that all these different media companies and all these different corporations, they all put out their own little statements, just, chiming in. I think that you should have done that. Just go with the flow. Don't try and go against the grain, because this is the kind of shit that can happen when you're in these very, very, very tense moments where there needs to be clear understandings of what you're saying. And I just think that that's a big failure here by Mark Davis and the Las Vegas Raiders. And they look, they're getting ripped for it. So let me know what you guys think. Leave your comments down below. I Can Breathe. Do you think that this was bad timing by the Raiders? Let me know. Hit the like button if you like this video. Subscribe to the Observant Lineman, Uche Nwaneri, if you haven't already done so. And if you're subscribed, think about becoming a member of the O-Line. I'm your Observant Lineman. Catch you guys on the next one. Peace.